for Jamie Lee Price.
Gosh, she's strong.
Jamie Lee, we all know season 2023 didn't pan out the way the Giants had planned for, but how do you reflect holistically on the season just gone?
Yeah, I think it was obviously a little bit disappointing that we couldn't make finals. It was a bit of a roller coaster actually. Probably a more challenging year. No one likes to lose, but when we did win, I think the games were really exciting, and that was probably when we were at our best. I don't know, it was like up and down, full of emotions, and I think especially because we don't like losing, it was really hard.
As you say, the Giants like to create that winning culture, and they have been quite successful since their inception into the competition. So what do you learn from this season? Obviously you take a lot out of it still?
Oh yeah, I think you take plenty out of it. It's easy to reflect a lot when you're losing lots. I think definitely we have taken so much out of this year to take into next year, and sometimes when you do have years like this, it motivates you even more to want to do better and be more successful. And I think next year we just come together as a group and we sit down and I guess establish what we want to look like, who we want to be, and how we want to be successful. So I'm really looking forward to that already. Plenty of time to reflect, and again, when I guess you don't have a successful year, it's really easy to nitpick at things and say, oh, we should have done this, should have done that, but yeah.
Your seventh season with the Giants also, and potentially one of your best seasons. What was your focus areas heading into season 2023? What did you want Jamie Lee to be known for this year?
Yeah, I think when I look back on this season, at the start of the year I wanted to, I guess, reach another level, because I knew I've been playing for 10 years now professionally, and I knew I had another level, or I had more to give. I tried to really push myself on a personal level in, I guess, off season, in pre-season, and even during the weeks of trainings to, I guess, get to my full potential. And I feel like I've definitely shown glimpses of it, and I've been a lot more consistent with that. So really happy.
You led not only this year by what you delivered for your team on court, but also in stepping up into that role of captain with Joe out for a number of games. What was that experience like for you, and I guess adding another dimension to your game and what you can offer to this team?
Yeah, I think it was quite challenging. I think when you have someone like Joe who is just such a natural leader, when she's not around, or she wasn't around, you don't really have her to fall back on, and everyone's kind of looking at you, and I guess Mads as well, to say something or to action something. I think I really enjoyed, I'm like a massive, action leader, so I like to take that on the court. But I think for me the biggest challenge was speaking up and being confident with that, and making sure I'm saying the right things, or doing the right things to motivate the girls. So I've learned a lot, and I think just seeing what kind of leader I am and what that looks like, it's exciting as well.
You spoke just before about wanting to take your game to another level this year, and we saw that. So what's next for season 2024? How do you keep raising the bar and keep improving and pushing yourself and those around you?
Yeah, I think the first thing is holding myself accountable, knowing that when I am training or I am in games, asking myself, am I pushing myself, am I going hard enough? And if I'm not, then keep doing the little things like driving hard, or working my player really hard. And I think that's the biggest thing, and I know that if I'm actioning that, then hopefully I'm inspiring my teammates around me. I think as a collective we need to hold hold our standards high. And I think that's what's so good about like our group is that we love each other a lot, and you know, if we don't feel like someone is, we can kind of pull them aside and let them know. But I think that's the biggest thing, and just remaining consistent and knowing, I think I know now what that level feels like, and knowing if I am hitting that level, like I know how that feels. So yeah, remaining with that, sticking to that.
We know at the back end of last year, you were quite disappointed at the fact that you missed out on heading to the Commonwealth Games, and that really inspired you and pushed you to deliver what you did this year, and you rightfully earned selection for the World Cup, which heads off later this month. How rewarding is it to know that you've taken, I guess, such a disappointment and turned it into a positive and earned selection back in the Aussie Diamond squad?
Yeah, I think it's something that I'm really proud of, but it's something that like I knew I was capable of doing. So I think it was definitely like a mentality or attitude, thing. But when I look back on it, like, yeah, when you do have like a disappointment, or I guess it was a heartbreak, you reflect on it a lot, and then you see what you can do within, or do the work within yourself. So I think that's something that I definitely tried really hard to do, and I knew that, again, I had another level to give, or I had more to give, and that was, well, how do I do that? So I felt like I did that.